And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, another live stream just because things keep moving fairly quickly, and by the time I record these kind of things, things change pretty quick, especially like in transfer windows, especially in sort of managerial hunts. I just want to keep you up to date with the ongoing process with regards to the current vacant position at Ibrox. Guys, in today's video we are going to be discussing the latest, of course, so before we do get into today's live stream, whether you're watching it live or on a replay, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Okay, so we've got a game tomorrow. Of course, we're playing St Mirren, and then of course we are going into the international break. Usually an international break would be very quiet for sort of content. However, with us, we're currently looking for that new manager, and there's going to be sort of stuff coming out with regards to that. Yesterday we provided you an update that Frank Lampard was not going to be the next Rangers manager, despite reports stating that he could potentially become the next Rangers manager. Again, we were all sort of fearful that could have been the case, but thankfully it is not going to be the case, and as I say, Frank Lampard will not be the manager. Now, over the last sort of 24 hours, there has been reports that Rangers will hold final discussions with regards to the vacant position with candidates who pass the first round of interviews, and the next sort of round of interviews will happen early next week, and then they'll make a managerial appointment from there. Straight away, we've kind of seen the names that have been sort of touted. We've got sort of Kevin Muscat. We've also got Clement, the AZ Alkmaar manager. We've got, Clement, the ex-Monaco manager, the Belgian guy. And then, of course, Janssen, the AZ Alkmaar manager. And then a few other sort of names there or thereabouts. But those three certainly do seem like they are the favourites. Now, there is an update with regards to Kevin Muscat. A lot of Rangers fans do like the idea of Muscat taking over at Ibrox again, and there is kind of an update that may be a hint that he may not be taking the Rangers job, basically following his win the other day there in the the Asian Champions League. Basically, he said that he's vowed to deliver Yokohama F Marinos another title, and basically their season doesn't end until December 3rd. We're way away from that, 2 months away from that season ending. He basically says the fans have been brilliant to me and the team, and I vowed to deliver another title for them. Again, I'm not necessarily saying that it's definitely ruling him out of the job, but why would he say such things if he was in the running for the Rangers job? I just don't get it. So again, it does look as though he could potentially not be getting the job just by the looks of that statement. Why would he say that if he is holding interviews, if he does have the ambition to be the next Rangers manager? Why would he be making sort of those promises, if they were even false promises to the Yokohama faithful, that he will want to deliver another title for them and their season ending on December 3rd? It just seems like something's not too right there with regards to that situation, and he probably will not take over at Rangers. Again, some of the other names that are sort of emerging is Felipe Clement, of course, was big in Belgium, did a wonderful job at his time with Genk and Club Brugge. Didn't have so much a great time at AS Monaco nonetheless, but look, certainly looking to try and get back going again. And this is a name that's sort of emerging as a favourite amongst the Rangers fans, just having a gauge on social media. And I know social media doesn't tell everything, but I mean, it gives you a good representation as to who fans actually would like. But yeah, Clement certainly looks like a name who is under consideration. Another one, of course, Janssen. It did seem that he took a step back away from it. However, he's been kind of urged that it would be the next, or the next step he should take if he wants to go on to be a Premier League manager. Of course, we have seen the path. If you do well in Scottish football, whether that be at Celtic or Rangers, then there is sort of a good pathway to bigger jobs like the Premier League. And unfortunately, in this day and age, that's just how we've got to position ourselves. We're not going to have people that get the club, quote unquote, that stay for long periods of time. It's always going to be this sort of modern way of football. Managers are going to look at us as a stepping stone, and look, with regards to us being a stepping stone, I don't really mind as long as they're delivering trophies. You know, if they're ending up moving on to some Premier League teams, then that means they've done well for us. So again, I'm not too opposed by managers using Rangers as a stepping stone, but hopefully this next appointment, well, it has to be the best possible appointment. I'm just so glad it's not going to be Frank Lampard, but certainly today, Kevin Muscat kind of distanced himself away from the job. Again, I just think, just personally, if he was having interviews and positive talks, I just don't think he would be saying such words like that to Yokohama. Again, things can change, we know it, but why would he say that following their sort of victory? I don't see a world in which he will now be the next Rangers manager. Again, it's just something that you wouldn't be doing if you were going for a job. Do you know what I mean? Does that people understand what I mean there? But let's take a little comments here from people. James Quinn says he wants Clement. Bill can buy them when they get the new club. At least can do that. Wilson had a clause in his contract to get sacked before a year. It's 500k he gets. I just want a manager who takes no shit and scares the players. Yeah. I actually hate Michael Beale, says Aldo. Bobby says Janssen says Lammers can only play up front, not in midfield. Don't want Graham Potter because we'll end up with his brother Harry. Definitely needs someone to come in and change things up. Well, someone is going to be coming in, but whether he gets the best out of this current crop of players remains to be seen. I don't see it happening, certainly. Again, I know I probably seem a bit negative, but I just feel like not even Pep Guardiola or top coaches of that sort of caliber would be able to get a tune out of this current crop of players. Again, hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully I'm eating some humble pie afterwards, but I just don't see us winning the league this year. I really don't see it. And maybe I just need that positivity, and maybe once we get that new manager and we can buy into his sort of philosophy, buy into his system, that belief will soon then follow. But at this moment in time, I'm quite down actually. I'm not going to lie, just there's no direction. It's October and it just feels like the season's over. But we have got the managerial hunt that we are currently doing. But as I said, the big news, of course, today is that Kevin Muscat has dropped a hint that he will be staying at Yokohama until at least the end of the season, which, again, he seemed as a potential favourite for the hot seat amongst Rangers fans. We'll have to see. For those of you just joining in, he basically vowed that he's going to deliver them another title. Their season ends on December 3rd. So again, maybe it could be nothing, but I just don't think you would say such a thing if you're holding final stage talks. But Clement, Janssen do look like possibilities definitely going forward. What else have we got here, guys? Good to see Acoustic Gymnast. Hope you're well. Do you think Muscat is the man for the job? Genuinely, I don't know, really, honestly. I've done dove in and of course did my research like a lot of you guys, taking a look, but obviously prior to sort of understanding and actually knowing who they were, I didn't really know much about Kevin Muscat. I don't watch Australian football, nor did I watch J-League football. And again, the same with sort of Janssen. I do keep an eye on the and it's along with Felipe Clement. I don't really know these managers too well. That's why I was kind of favouring towards Graham Potter, but it doesn't look like he's going to be at all part of the job. But it is what it is. But let's see who we get. There's some games I've dove in and seen sort of Clement. He looks quite good. He's a winner. He's won Belgian titles. Did okay at Monaco or whatever, but certainly his record and his CV from his time in Belgium something to be excited about. Let's have a little look here as well. He took us back years when we should be on the way front. Again, when's the manager comes in, we don't know. We've still got a lot of work to be done. Genuinely, there's so much stuff to be done over the next sort of couple of weeks, especially this period now in the international break. But going forward, we've got so much work to do with regards to this playing squad. So yeah, Dave Longcook says no foreign managers. I know what you did there, Dave, but I'm not falling for it. No foreign managers, they never work out for us. Again, look, listen, they do. I mean, they have worked out. Dick Advocat worked out years ago. You know, there has been managers that, of course, have worked out. Some would say Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, getting to Europa League final wasn't a bad achievement. But I do understand where people are coming from. But then again, are you looking at Scottish coaches or are you looking at English coaches? Was an English coach count as a foreign coach or not? I don't know what you're trying to say. Just British? I don't know. But yeah. People talking about Knutson as well. Again, Knutson's name's always linked with big clubs, whether that be Ajax before, Celtic when they sat their manager. There's loads of Knutson's always seems like he's there or thereabouts, but no one seems to be taking a punt on him. I actually spoke to a Bodo Glimt fan the other day there, actually last week in London, and he was saying that he's just like a family guy, and he actually kind of likes just staying up there and actually staying with Bodo Glimt, so I'm not sure what's been there, but sounded out. But he certainly always sounded it out, and he's always kind of linked with the job, with a job. He was linked last time as well when we were looking for a replacement to Steven Gerrard. So yeah, he's always there or thereabouts in terms of being linked. When Michael Beale decided to keep his bum boys at the back, I was a concern. Just posted Neil Lennon has been sent on the subway to Ibrox. Absolutely not. There was only... Tavernier out. Everybody wants Tav out. Everybody's angry with Tavernier. Look, the back line. Look, there's so much work to be done. Tavernier's not just a scapegoat. There's a lot of players that are underperforming. Sometimes, you know, everyone knows my sort of opinion on Tavernier. I'm a big fan of him. And again, I think he gets a lot of stick, but then again, you guys are entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. Certainly his performances haven't been great this season, but I still think he's a great player, genuinely. And maybe under the new next system, under a new coach, again, we'll start to see that sort of Tavernier from 2022 sort of emerge once again. So, yeah. All this talk for a new manager, but still no director of football and direction in general. Again, there's still so much to be done. As you said there, look, director of football is a must, because we can't have another manager coming in and just thinking, oh, he can bring in whoever he wants, because it didn't work. It didn't work with Michael Beale. He's brought in a load of duds, and now we're kind of carrying that now until at least next summer or beyond that, because they're all contracted for such a long periods of time. So yeah, we can't. We do need a direction. We do need a transfer strategy. There's a lot of things that we need to get right going forward. We had a board clear out last summer. We thought we were going under this huge rebuild, but turns out the rebuild sort of flopped, and now we're looking for another rebuild on top of a rebuild. But that needs to start with getting recruitment right. That needs to, get the manager right first and foremost, getting the recruitment sorted out, and finding a real direction with regards to how we're operating as a club moving forward. But yeah. That's all I've really got for you today for today's live stream, guys. As I said, we might just be going live quite a lot throughout the day. This period, when we're looking to try and find new managers, there's updates all the way. As I said, breaking last night, Frank Lampard was ruled out, which was very, very good news on that front. But now, of course, it does seem that Kevin Muscat has kind of distanced himself away from the job due to him sort of vowing that he's going to deliver another title for Yokohama F. Marinos. So, again, a candidate who has apparently been holding talks, a candidate who's held an interview, but certainly coming out with stuff like that whilst in talks, isn't good reading if he's going to be the next candidate. But guys, thank you for tuning in. Hit the old like button, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully, I will see you all later on. There'll be another update, certainly. I'm sure later on, as we are fast moving. We are close to finding it, but our problems aren't sorted. We've got St. Mirren tomorrow. I'll come and speak about that a bit later on as well. A game that, for once, I'm not very confident. I'm never really confident in Rangers this season, but I certainly do think we're going to be going into this game as... not favourites. I think St. Mirren are going to this game favourites, which I can never remember a time where St. Mirren have gone into a game against Rangers as the favourites. Weird situation that we're in. But guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.